GOQii इंडिया स्टेप्स चैलेंज में आपका स्वागत है, जहां हम नागरिकों को 100 दिनों तक प्रतिदिन 6000 कदम चलने के लिए प्रोत्साहित कर रहे हैं। इस कैंपेन को नेटवर्क 18 और GOQii साथ लेकर आए हैं ताकि हम एक हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल जीने के लिए पैदल चलने को बढ़ावा दे सके। इंडिया स्टेप्स चैलेंज को और बढ़ावा देने के लिए कई सारे सेलिब्रिटीज और इन्फ्लुएंसर्स इस कैंपेन से जुड़ रहे हैं और हाल ही में राज्यवर्धन सिंह राठौर, मिनिस्टर फॉर स्पोर्ट्स एंड यूथ अफेयर्स ने भी इस कैंपेन में भाग लेने के लिए देश से अपील की है।
खेलो इंडिया कैंपेन को बड़े धूमधाम से लॉन्च किया गया और कुछ ही समय में ये मुहिम पूरे देश में फैल गया। भारत में खेल संस्कृति को पुनर्जीवित और बढ़ावा देने के लिए ये एक महत्वपूर्ण पहल है। खेल और युवा मामलों के मंत्री राज्यवर्धन सिंह राठौर ने #हम फिट तो इंडिया फिट की लोकप्रियता से एक स्वस्थ राष्ट्र बनाने का संदेश दिया और सोशल मीडिया पर तस्वीरों और वीडियोस के साथ भारतीयों ने सेहतमंद होने के फायदे को गंभीरता से लिया है। इंडिया स्टेप्स चैलेंज को गर्व है कि मंत्री जी ने इसका भी समर्थन किया है और लोगों को 100 दिनों तक हर रोज 6000 कदम चलने के लिए प्रोत्साहित किया है।
A very positive challenge. It is India Steps Challenge, and India Steps Challenge is now open to all of you. A fit India will be a prosperous India. You have to walk 6000 steps per day for 100 days. और हम सबको मिलकर, मम्मी, पापा, अंकल, आंटी, दादा, दादी, boys and girls, everyone together, take up this challenge. So India Steps Challenge is now open और अब चलेगा इंडिया।
चलना केवल एक व्यक्तिगत प्रयास ही नहीं, यह एक सामूहिक आंदोलन बन सकता है जिससे राष्ट्र को एक स्वस्थ भविष्य मिलेगा।
जरूर, तो अब चलेगा इंडिया। लेकिन अक्सर एक कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस एनवायरनमेंट में युवा कर्मचारी अपने स्वास्थ्य पे ध्यान नहीं देते और इसीलिए हम आपके लिए कुछ ऐसी कॉर्पोरेट्स की कहानियां लेकर आए हैं जो अपने ऑफिसेज में युवा कर्मचारियों के स्वास्थ्य और फिटनेस को बढ़ावा देने के लिए उन्हें सपोर्ट और इनकरेज करते हैं। हमारी अगली स्टोरी एक ऑनलाइन ट्रैवल कंपनी मेक माई ट्रिप की है, जो ये सुनिश्चित करती है कि ऑफिस का मतलब सिर्फ काम नहीं बल्कि एक सुखद अनुभव भी है।
Make My Trip is in its 19th year. The company actually started on April 1, 2000, where I had this idea that online travel could change the way people actually bought travel. The internet could change it, and it seemed like a fairly simplistic idea. It was obviously early for its time in India. It's fair to say that in our kind of job, the job is largely sedentary. So except people who are out on the field, most of the others are going to be sitting. Their job is on a desk, their job is on a computer. Some of them spend very long hours actually working on the computer, staring at screens, and so you put a lot of pressure actually on your spine, particularly on the neck region. Over time you start even slouching without realizing, so you have to very consciously remind yourself that you got to sit straight, and there's a posture. So most of the problems that are coming from sedentary jobs, sitting jobs, and postural issues. So we call them occupational hazards.
The lifestyle that we have is very stressful and it takes a toll on your health. So the food quality is not that good of what it used to be, let's say 2 decades back. Junk food is ubiquitous. The air quality is not good. So being fit and having a focus on your health is a necessity that you should have.
I think for several years we've been very conscious of this. So the most important thing you can do is actually give the right advice and repeatedly in different ways. Make it interesting where people, the young especially, are willing to take in this advice and say, oh yeah, this is easy to do, and oh yeah, this can actually help me do this. So that's one thing, the most important thing. So we've got to therefore give them things that they can get relief and they're able to actually exercise a bit while at work. So whether it's yoga, whether it's Zumba, whether it's consultation with even doctors about lifestyle issues. We are encouraging people on, constantly HR will be telling them that, sitting is the new smoking and therefore one should be stepping out. There are groups that have been formed where people are trying to, I think, encourage each other to stay fit.
So as a company, it pays a lot of attention on body and mind both. So body-wise, they carry on a lot of sessions, be it yoga, Zumba, and they keep on sharing health tips time and again. On the other side, regarding the mind, they really keep on holding a lot of activities which can de-stress us and which will increase the efficiency of all the employees.
Scientifically proven that if you are fit, you have endorphins flowing through all out your body, and a happy employee is more cooperative, more productive, more understanding, has a better work-life balance. So having a fitness regime will always help you professionally.
I can tell you one thing with a lot of confidence, that our best performers, not surprisingly, are also fairly fit. The correlation is undeniable, but it's very hard to say how much, but undeniably you get better productivity.
One of the best thing about Make My Trip is it encourages work-life balance, and we have a flexibility of work timings and slots. And amongst all my friends, everybody has one or the other for sure physical exercise in their regime. And if their time slot does not fall as per the working hours, they make sure that they can flexible their time hours, and the company allows that.
Any fitness regime comes with a training curve. So some people can't take up gymming or weight training because they say it seems complicated. But walking is very imbibed into our DNA. It's a very basic exercise. And if you consult any fitness personnel, if you consult any doctor, if you consult anyone, walking is one of the best exercises that you can do.
It's a bit of a flywheel, and we've got to start it going. And if we start it going, I think there'll be a lot more people who'll say, hey, this is good. And then you're egging people on consciously and subconsciously. You see people walking in your condominium all the time, and I think you also feel like, hey, I should be doing the same.
Like certain things in life where you don't get results, fitness regime is something which will surely 100% give you certain results, and you may start noticing them in a week, in a month, but it will obviously help you in the long run.
मेक माई ट्रिप अन्य कॉर्पोरेट्स के लिए एक सही उदाहरण स्थापित कर रहे हैं, और इसी बात पर लेते हैं एक छोटा सा ब्रेक के बाद कुछ और कॉर्पोरेट्स की कहानियां जो अपने कर्मचारियों के स्वास्थ्य का पूरा ध्यान रख रहे हैं। GOQii इंडिया स्टेप्स चैलेंज में आपका एक बार फिर से स्वागत है, और हमारी अगली स्टोरी है एक ऑनलाइन कम्युनिटी प्लेटफॉर्म शीरोज की, जो केवल महिलाओं के लिए है। इस ऑफिस में एक स्वस्थ और फिट एनवायरनमेंट का ट्रेंड सेट कर रही हैं यहाँ की CEO सायरी चहल। देखते हैं ये स्टोरी।
A lot of contributions that, our lives have become very comfortable. We have too many creature comforts. We don't need to move as much. We don't need to exert as much. We have devices and machines and cars to do all our work. So in some ways we become lazy, and we're not using our bodies to the best of their abilities. And of course there's tons of junk food out there, there's tons of stress out there, it all adds up, and I think it's really important to be conscious of this, and of course invest in the right things for your health. Well, I think everyone needs to work on their health and fitness, and especially people who have very demanding sedentary jobs, which means that your brain is forever working but your body is not working so much, while it should be the reverse, because an active body and a calm mind is a good thing. It's really important to sort of put health on the map, and in some ways employers have a role in making that happen as well. So we actually as a company are pretty focused on health as a space. We have scheduled meditations on our Slack channel. We have actually comprehensive health cover for all employees to do proactive health checkups, not only for themselves but also for all their families. We have a resident physiotherapist who's available to our teams pretty much on demand, and people can sort of get physiotherapy sessions, because they continue to work on their laptops all the time.
लोग कंप्यूटर पे काम करते हैं, और जिससे कि उनकी नेक में स्ट्रेन पड़ता है, नेक स्टिफ हो जाती है, और फिर प्रॉपर ब्लड सर्कुलेशन नहीं हो पाता, तो इसलिए नेक में पेन कंटिन्यू होने लगता है। जिससे कि यदि हम टाइम पे फिजियोथेरेपी का सेशन या ऐसा कुछ एक्सरसाइज वगैरह नहीं करते हैं, तो सर्वाइकल स्पॉन्डिलाइटिस, रेडिकुलोपैथी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स हो जाती है।
बेसिकली जो हमारी सेटिंग है, जो हम बैठ कर वर्क करते हैं, डेफिनेटली हमारे पोस्चर्स ठीक नहीं होते क्योंकि लॉन्ग टाइम हमें अपनी नेक को डाउन करके रखना होता है। मेरी कंटिन्यू 18 आवर्स 17 आवर्स वर्किंग हुआ करती थी। फुल डे जो हम वर्क कर रहे हैं, माइंड जो हमारा कंसंट्रेट है उसमें बहुत इश्यूज आते हैं। फिर क्या होता है, एक टाइम के बाद माइंड पूरा का पूरा डल हो जाता है, हम कुछ नहीं सोच पाते। हमारी कंपनीज हमारे अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ के लिए बहुत सोचती है और हमारी कंपनी एम्प्लॉयज़ को वो सारे फ्रीडम हर तरीके से फिटनेस के लिए इम्प्रूव कराती है। इवन हम अपने ऑफिस में बैठ के खुद योगा सेशन भी होता है, मेडिटेशन होती है, हम सब बैठ के उसमें ईच एंड एवरी एम्प्लॉय उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं। हम खुद फिट होंगे तो अच्छा काम करेंगे, अनफिट होंगे काम तो हो ही जाएगा पर वो लेवल नहीं आएगा।
We started doing the meditation sessions after she rose as a company. We decided to put a larger focus on employee health because we realized stress amounting to a lot more damage than we are okay with, right? So we started doing these sessions more or less 3 times a week. And these are meditation sessions. We follow something very specific called guided meditation because we realize a lot of our work builds as physical stress in our bodies, especially in the nape of the neck, especially with a lot of wrist issues for most of the people who work here because we are largely a technology platform. The reason we focus on mental health at the same, with the same intensity as we focus on physical health is because a sound mind cannot, exist without a sound body. So it's like it feeds into each other, it's codependent in a very healthy way where you do need to work on your physical health at the same time as you're working on your mental health.
I rely on walks. Like I take all my calls walking. Like I never sit down at my desk and take phone calls because that's a chance to move about and it's a 2-in-1. You will see a lot of people in the company in sneakers because I do want to see everyone being active, moving is the best thing you can do for yourself and for your body. Actually, I started walking because I started counting my steps. And I know tons of people who are very competitive about the number of steps they walk and how many calories they burn and how much water do they drink. If people walk more, then obviously they will be more conscious, they'll be happier, and they definitely will be more healthier. And I hope everyone adopts Ab Chalega India.
तो ये कहानी थी शिरोज की। हमारी अगली कहानी है आदिल नारगोलवाला की, जो WNS ग्लोबल सर्विसेज के टैलेंट एक्विजिशन के हेड है। इनको अपने काम की वजह से काफ़ी ट्रैवल करना पड़ता है, लेकिन फिर भी इन्होंने अपने लाइफ में एक परफेक्ट बैलेंस बनाए रखा है। आदिल फिटनेस को प्रमोट करने के लिए कई सारे स्पोर्टिंग इवेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइज करते रहते हैं अपने ऑफिस में, और इसके साथ ही वो एक सीजन मैराथन रनर भी है। तो चलिए देखते हैं आदिल की कहानी।
My name is Adil Nargolwala. I work for WNS Global Services, large BPM organization. We're spread across the globe, and I head talent acquisition for the company. Fitness is a way of life. It means a lot to me. It means being disciplined, it means dedicated to staying fit. It means sleeping on time, waking up on time, eating the right food, exercising regularly. Every day I either run, swim or bike. I go to the gym regularly. When I run, it's my me time. I am with myself at that time. I'm not running for anyone but for myself. And it gives me a lot of time to introspect, to think. And overall, I believe that, it will keep me healthy on my feet longer. And I'd rather collapse and die on my feet rather than linger on in a hospital bed or something and then finally, meet my end. For me, discipline is very important. In anything you do in life, I believe that unless you have discipline, you'll never be able to do well in life. My day normally starts early in the morning. It would start either with a routine in the gym, where my trainer will come in the morning and we put in about an hour and a half in the gym. Or it would mean an external workout, which would mean either a cycle ride or a swim. So I'd go out and, maybe bike 50 kilometers or so on weekdays. And on weekends, I'd either do a long run or I'd go and do a event. That means I'd take part in a marathon or something like that. Or I would go and do a long bike ride, which would mean maybe more than about 100 kilometers on the bike. Then I would be back home by about, say by 8:30, 9. Beyond which I go to work. And once I'm in office the whole day till evening. Once you get into the routine of exercising and routine of staying fit, then it just becomes a habit. So the runs became a habit, going to the gym became a habit. Automatically, body changes started happening. I started losing weight. I started to, getting more healthier. My endurance levels started to go up. My fitness levels started to get better. And, from then there was no looking back. So I hold the Limca record for running the maximum runs in a calendar year, which is, I ran 60 runs in 52 weeks. So, that record stands even today. And then I ran the New York Marathon with my wife. We both ran that run together. And when we ran the New York Marathon, we realized that there is something which is beyond, just running in India. And then we discovered the world majors. And that's after New York, we went and ran. So after New York, I went and ran London. Then I went and ran Chicago, Germany, that is Berlin, Boston, Tokyo. So I did all the 6 majors. And once I finished that quest, I decided there must be something beyond this to do in running, and that's when I discovered that there's something even called the 7 continents, 7 marathons. And so I went and ran in every continent, and recently I finished my last 2 continents, which was last month when I ran the Antarctica White Continent Marathon as well as the Punta Arenas Chile Marathon. I ran my first run, that was a Bombay Half Marathon. This was the year 2009, January 2009, and I was very happy to run through a finishing line and get a medal at the end of it. I think that's where I got hooked onto the whole thing, Totally, I would have run till now, I think run nearly about 250 events. People are putting in long hours at work. Right? There's a lot of competition at work. There's a lot of competition at, to excel. Right? And it's important for people. But you have to be smart about it. In our company, we promote health, wellness. We take a very serious view of, people being healthy at work, for which I lead this, initiative which is called WNS Sports. Last year, for example, over 9,000 people took part in any physical activity, which means either they ran a run or they played cricket, football, or any other, game. This means literally 1 out of every 4 people in our company has participated in a sporting activity. We'd like our people to be fit. We'd like our people to, stay healthy. We're very concerned about physical fitness in the organization. In fact, the sports engagement that we run in our company could be the largest employee engagement program that we have in our organization. Okay, so we ensure that all the activities that we do have equal participation. We don't want it only for serious sportsmen or serious players. We want everybody to take part in the sporting activities that we have. And if you're a fitter person, you'll work better. So your output will be better at workplace. So be it in your office or in your factories or whatever work you're doing. Because of your general fitness, you will have that much more energy and that much more better would you be at your work. Teams that play together will obviously work together.
तो ये थी आदिल की कहानी जो हम सभी को इंस्पायर करती रहेगी। तो चलिए इसी बात पर लेते हैं आज एक कदम एक स्वस्थ कल के लिए। पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए इंडिया स्टेप्स चैलेंज में 6000 कदम प्रतिदिन 100 दिनों के लिए। तो शेयर कीजिए अपने डेली फिटनेस गोल्स और अचीवमेंट्स हमारे हैशटैग अब चलेगा इंडिया के साथ और भूलिए मत अपने दोस्तों और परिवार को टैग और इनवाइट करना, क्योंकि क्या पता शायद आप ही में से कोई 5 करोड़ तक का इनाम लेके जाए। तो चलिए तब तक के लिए गुड बाय एंड गुड हेल्थ।